Baby, what you want? Act like you forgot. Baby, what you want? Greetings, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and good energy, good spirits. So I wanted to come through today and for you guys, just like a quick collective reading. I was getting some messages and some energy of some things that could be going on in some of you guys' lives. So, just take what resonates and you know the rest. All right, so let's get into it. Hi. Hey, Jessica. Sag in the building. Hey, what's up, Sag? Hey, Shay. Thanks for coming through, baby. Hey, Denise Garrett. How are you? Now, be mindful, guys, is what I'm hearing. Is be mindful of people trying to project onto you what they're going through. Now, Saturn direct on the 18th of September. So a lot of shit is like spilling over into the now. It's almost like when Saturn was in retrograde, there was like this little capsule of time where shit was kind of being like sorted out, figured out, watched, monitored, so to speak. I'm doing well, Denise. Um, and so while Saturn was in retrograde, it was like a lot of monitoring going on, kind of like seeing what you were doing, how you were treating people, how you were reacting to certain situations, and things of that nature. So right now, a lot of people are facing their karma. Now the thing about that is that some people feel like, oh well, I haven't done anything to anybody. I didn't do anything to anybody. So why is shit fucking up in my life right now? Why aren't things going the way that I want them to? And it's because what are you thinking about people? Sometimes you don't even have to act on a fucked up thought. You could just think it about somebody. Really just sit and like simmer and negative thoughts about people, and that can create your reality. So for those of you who kind of like feel really there's a lot of people like that still feel very accepted or whatever, and a lot of these people are coming into a rude awakening. They're coming into the rude awakening that no matter what you think you're not doing, what are you actually thinking about towards people? Now, also be mindful of people who are dealing with this karmic backlash coming towards you to make you fix it for them, coming towards you to dump their shit onto you. And these people are going to feel offended by the fact that you don't want to put up with their bullshit. Because what's happening now is a lot of sociopathic people and narcissistic people are being left without a source. And this is driving them crazy because what used to work for them is no longer working for them anymore. So these people are being like set by themselves. And this is not like the self how do you say this is not like them choosing to ships that they're in. They're being made to sit by themselves so that they can see how every relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic, they go into falls apart. Now, some of these people don't have any accountability at all within them. So the first thing they're going to do is search for an external source to blame whatever it is that that's going on in their lives. They're gonna be like, oh well, so and so said this, so it made me mad. Or so and so didn't respond to me in a certain amount of time and this made me mad. Or so and so didn't want me the accountability for the things that are going on in their lives. And this isn't to say that if you've done something, that if you haven't done anything wrong to anyone, that what's going on to you is your fault. Going on with you is your fault. No, it's saying that there's been some times that you weren't as righteous as you thought. And a lot of people, to tell you the truth, a lot of people right now are very emotionally unbalanced. A lot of people right now have codependent energy like racing through their bodies. And what I mean by that is that they feel like they have to have somebody at all times in their lives, in their energy, in their spaces to feel whole. And these are the people that are being shown there's nobody going to be there. And you might be like, oh, that's fucked up. People should always be there. Because, you know, I get a lot of this shit on social media. Oh, people should always be there when I call them. You know, I had someone tell me that it's toxic self-care to put your own health and mental health and spiritual health before other people. And I just really feel like right now society is so offended, so triggered, so unstable emotionally that people who don't want to take accountability are just running around aimlessly finding everyone to blame for their troubles besides themselves. To the point where they start to cling to people and expect this person's presence in their lives to fix everything. Some people right now are looking for someone to escape into. They're looking for someone to either make them happy, which nobody can make you happy. Happiness has to already exist within you for you to even be able to resonate with that vibration. But a lot of people don't get that. So they're angry. They're angry at the wrong people. They're projecting onto everybody that comes into contact with them. They're mad. They're oh well you didn't do this when I wanted it this moment. How it like it's just a lot of bullshit going on. So I want you to beware to not be that person and to not allow those people to project onto you. Thank you, Shay. Mature woman comes out. So a lot of you guys are stepping into this energy where you're really deciding what you're going to allow to take you off your throne, what you're going to give energy to, what you're going to like stress over. Nothing's worth stressing over. Stress is like a silent killer. So if you're sitting around holding anger and grudges at somebody, thinking that it's going to hurt them, it's actually depleting you and aging you and making you so bitter inside that you can't even see the smallest blessings of like having food to eat, having those few close people and loved ones that are around you. But with this mature woman, this energy is saying that you're being more mindful now. You've grown. You've experienced so many things that have just brought you to this level of maturity to where you know that certain things are not for you to be worried about. Thank you, Spirit. You got thoughts in reverse. So I like this because with the mature woman coming out and the thoughts card here, it's actually saying that you're actually, like I said, choosing what to worry about, what to think about, what you're gonna allow to occupy space in your mind. And I feel like with the thoughts card in reverse, it's like you're done thinking about shit that's like the past you, the immature energy, the bullshit energy. You know, you're not thinking about that stuff anymore. Thank you, Spirit. Toil and labor and emotionally exhausted. I feel like those people that I mentioned in the beginning of the reading are those people that kind of wanted you to just do toil and labor in their lives all the time. And if you didn't, then they felt like it was a problem. I feel like these people did not like to sit with their own emotions and energy and thoughts, so they would go to any and every person that they could find to get other people to do the work for them, the mental work, the spiritual work, the energetic work that they can only do themselves. Hey, son, thanks for tuning in, love. And so it's like, I feel like honestly, you were in this toil and labor energy for so fucking long that it became your like second nature. And now with the thoughts card in reverse and the mature woman, you've woken up to this and you're like, hold on. I've been like working for people, towards people, doing work in other people's lives, and I got my own shit going on. Yeah, despair. You Let me explain something to you guys. Cause this despair card to me is talking about a trauma bond. And what I mean by that is like you guys were like linked with people and you guys kind of resonated on the trauma that you were in at that time or that you were growing through. And these people resonated with that in you as well. So it was like that was the common ground, was this trauma, this pain, this sadness. Even if you felt like you had grown from it, it was still very prevalent in the energetic exchange between you guys. So it was kind of like you guys bonded on that. And that's where that toil and labor energy is. It was like every time you guys talked, it had to be about something sad, something heavy, something depressing, something that just triggered this victim like energy in you all the time. You could be having a good day and this person would reach out to you. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because I feel like at some point with the mature woman, you started to grow away from this energy. And somebody else was still stuck here. So it was like every time this person would reach out to you, even if you just tried to have like a chill conversation with them, like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Then you say, how are you? This person would just immediately go in with nothing but pain and drama and stuff that was so small, but on an emotional level, this person was in despair. They made everything feel so heavy, even when it wasn't. And with the thoughts card in reverse, you chose to take your mind away from this because it was too fucking much. Thank you, Spirit. Courthouse in reverse. So you decided to like, yo, cut your losses with this shit. All right? Judgment's here. It's like, I'm done. Like, I feel like you're saying to yourself, honestly, every day when you catch yourself slipping back into this disparity, this victim mentality, you tell yourself like, yo, that's it. I'm done feeling like that. And I'm done having the conversations about this shit. I'm done like giving energy to it and justifying it anymore. And what I mean by that is like, yes, you know that you've been through some things and you're healing from them. But what you're feeling now is that you're not justifying that pain anymore by allow yourself to feel it. But that doesn't mean it has to be your identity all the time, every day. Are you rising up in the new day thinking of what you should be worried about? Are you checking your phone to see who you should be mad at? Shit like that. With the thoughts card in reverse. It's like coming out of all these thoughts of just, oh, I gotta be mad about this. Oh, I gotta be worried about this. Oh, I gotta be hurt about this. Like that shit is exhausting you. That's what also be what the despair card was. It was like feeling like that literally just brought disparity into your life. False person and courtship in reverse comes out. I feel honestly in my heart that you guys have made the conscious decision to cut ties with people who pretend to want to be next to you, to grow with you, to learn with you, to just be happy next to you. But they were really just like toxic and they didn't want to grow with you. These people didn't want to grow with you with a courtship in reverse and the false person. These people were just like siphoning off your good energy, masking it with I love you, masking it with, oh, we're on the same page. Then when you evolve and grow from a certain energy, they want to drag you and make you feel guilty for growing and not wanting to put up with the same shit anymore. The courtship in reverse, these people don't want anything from you substantial. With the false person here, they're just playing a role as long as they can benefit off of something from you. The toil and labor. They're just holding up this little punk ass mask just so you can do work for them. Whether that be emotional labor, physical labor, spiritual labor, you know? So beware of people who come towards you acting like they want closeness with you and genuine love with you, but they actually just want you to work for them. They want you to just hold their burdens for them. They want you to ignore your own needs and your own happiness and your own growth just so they can be in your life. Be mindful of people who try to make you feel like it's a privilege for them to give you their burdens. Be mindful of people who try to make you feel like it's a privilege for them to give you their burdens. Got the concern card. Yeah, like I said, be mindful of that. That's a concern. The reason it's a concern is because it's going to start to shift your reality. It's going to have you walking around on eggshells and you not even having a fucking ruler. Or if you're single, especially, if you're single and you're on your own and you're doing your own thing, be mindful of people that come into your life trying to make you feel like you got to do all this labor for them, where you got to hold their burdens. And possibly with the false person, where you pretend like you okay with that shit. That's a concern. Because it's like, you're going to fucking snap. It's a concern because they need to be concerned with themselves, not concerned with what anyone else can do for them. And it's also a concern because you've already been placed into this role of the toil and labor type energy where you just always providing any type of energy or whatever this person needs. Expectation and gift comes out. So you have a gift. Maybe you have the gift of empathy, the gift of foreseeing, the gift of clairvoyancy, clairaudient, clairsentient, something. You have a gift. You have something to give. And with the expectation card, it's almost like people expect you to just be selfless and always be in gift giving mode. Like what I'm hearing is that nothing is ever going to be enough for these people. Ever. Do you hear me? Ever. The more you give, the more they want. The more you give, the more they want. You could serve breakfast at 9:05 a.m. and by 9:30 they're already saying like, "Well, I wonder what you're going to do for breakfast." I mean for lunch. You know what I mean? Like these people are just hungry. They're very entitled, very expecting. They're always expecting something of you. What I'm hearing is they have expectations of you that they can't even fulfill for themselves. Stop casting your pearls to swine, is what the spirit is saying. Stop fucking giving to people who expect it. Give to people who appreciate it. Stop giving to people who tear you down and gaslight you in the false card and the despair and the concern. You're giving, and then as soon as you're done giving that, this person is already on to something else. Like, you can't even finish a fucking sentence before this person is saying what else you need to give them. And be mindful of being that person. Start counting your bliss. Main male comes in. So, for you divine masculines, it's time for you to step up. You know, nobody's coming in to save you, and that's fucked up. But it's time for you to be that main provider and person in your life. Spirit's not going to allow you to deflect any further. Spirit is not going to allow you to enter into anyone else's lives or them enter into yours and help you and save you. You have to be the main person in your life at this time. I honestly feel like this mature woman has been the catalyst for you realize for the change that's going on in your life. I don't know where that message came from, but that's something that Spirit wanted me to say. Nobody's coming in to save you at all. You got the privileged lady. So definitely, if there's a woman, she's already on her shit. She's got her shit together. She has no desire to do any toil and labor in any type of relationships to bring anyone up to her level that she feels like she's on. She wants someone that's gonna come in and match this energy with her. So for some of you, this is like you're not ready. You don't want to be in a relationship where you don't want to be in a relationship where you have to play like the fucking healer all day, every day. You don't want a relationship where it's like you just stressed out all the time because this person is always worried about something. This person's always sad. This person's always just exhausted. So then you have to be exhausted because this person doesn't want to see you happy if they're not happy. Let's be clear about this. This person may sit, smile, eat at the table, whatever, but if you're happy and it doesn't directly benefit this person, they're not going to genuinely be happy for you. And that's going to keep you stuck in that turmoil, toil and labor card. Turmoil came out, so yeah, you're going to be in mental turmoil as well. Because you got the occupation card coming out. You're always going to be working. Always going to be working to make some shit happen. Make this person happy. Keep this person stable. This person's not stable. With the disparity card, this person is not stable. They're always stressed the fuck out. So with the occupation card and the toil and labor card coming out, it's like all you're going to be doing is working in this relationship with the courtship card. It's just like never going to be enough for this person. Ever. Because it's not you that's going to fulfill them. They're not fulfilled within. So you damn sure not going to externally fulfill them. But guess what? Nobody gives a fuck. Honestly, it's time for people to start stepping to the forefront of their own lives and their own emotions and grounding themselves. And stop projecting and expecting. Look, the thief card fell on my lap. Be mindful of people trying to steal your joy because you've grown and you've matured and you're on a certain level and they're stuck in this energy here. But you're here. Or you're here with the main male, the mature woman. This is like, you know, both energies, masculine and feminine. So it's like you're in this bomb ass energy where you've grown and you realize that you have to put yourself first. Oh, what the fuck? Put yourself first. How dare you with the despair card and the thief card. The thoughts card in reverse. So you put yourself first, and guess what this person wants to do? They want to psychic vamp you, fixate on you. Because in their mind, how could you be fucking happy when I'm in so much turmoil? When I'm in so much sadness? When I'm in so much despair? How could you be happy? This person wants you to like absorb what they're going through. All right, let's get one more of these and we're going to clarify with the right away. You get message of concern and house in reverse. I feel like you don't give a fuck about what nobody got to say. Some of y'all just like, you know what? I don't care. Just get out my space. Some of you guys just want your own space, and I feel like this person who's in this despairing energy and stuck in their head and just an energy vampire with the thief card here. It's like, oh no, you don't want your space. Your space is my space, and we have to be in the same space together, or I'm going to throw an emotional temper tantrum where I'm either going to ignore you or I'm going to bait you with some type of stability and then act the same way. You know, you're dealing with someone who likes to withhold communication from you as a way to teach you a lesson or some weird shit like that. You're dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to communicate help in a healthy way. So they try to like mind fuck you, gaslight you, all that shit. Be aware of being that person. All right, I want to clarify a couple of these cards. Spirit said, be mindful of sleeping with the enemy. And what that message translates to is be mindful of sleeping with someone physically or platonically, you know, friendships. Be mindful of being with someone who only loves you when you're exhausting your energy on them. And then they are angry when you withdraw, even for a second. Because that's like so unstable and so unhealthy, and that's what's going to keep you on this emotional roller coaster. So be very mindful of that shit and be mindful of being that person. It's really time to start being accountable for our own feelings, our energy, our actions, our own healing, and then being compassionate towards others who are on their own mission of healing and shit themselves. A lot of people have this mindset that their issues are the only issues that are going on in this world. And if you pull away for a minute to focus on your own, that you're fake or you're not there for them or you don't or whatever. But that shit is outdated. And that's why I said a lot of narcissists and sociopathic people are running around looking for sources right now. Because a lot of people who've been those emotional punching bags or those unevolved empaths have been tolerating that shit for so long, and now they're rising to the knowledge that they don't have to put up with that shit to be loved. They're realizing that they can set boundaries and still be loved. So if you're a person who's offended by someone's boundaries, you got a lot of your own shadow work to do. If you're a person who feels like for someone to focus on themselves and their own wealth, health, and happiness and abundance, and you take that as an offense to you because you're low at that moment, then you have your own shadow work to do. And stay away from people like that. Because these people are going to always have a problem. They're going to be like, yo, while you giving good to me and you paying attention to me, you're my solution. Be mindful of being people's fucking solution around this time. Don't be nobody's solution, yo. Because you're looking for your own solutions. The shit you probably don't even talk to about. And that's the problem. Some people are so, overly expressive about their problems. They tell every person that they run into about their problems. And you may be the type of person that don't tell nobody about the shit you're going through. You just handle it. Or you manifest, you work, you get to that altar, you do the shit you got to do. And things get worked out. You know what I mean? And some people don't do that. They just find other people to escape into. Be mindful of people trying to escape into you to get away from shit that they've created in their own lives. Be mindful of people feeling like you're cold-hearted and you're not a good person because you won't absorb their pain and sit in sadness. Time for that shit is over, yo. Give me on a mature woman, please, Spirit. I get the 8 of Wands. So you might be getting some messages here for the feminine energies. What's this message in regards? Oh, the Empress in reverse. You're getting this message that you haven't been living up to your potential, and that you've been dimming your light, as opposed, in a way to not make anyone feel uncomfortable. So for you feminine energies, divine feminine energies, be mindful that you're going to have this talk with yourself. Maybe like 3:45 a.m. or some shit. You're going to, at 3:30, I'm here. You're going to have this talk with yourself. And you're going to start to look around your environment, your home, yourself, and see where you've been like putting yourself last. Still on the Empress, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, I just said that. Where you were putting yourself last and the 5 of Pentacles comes out. So for my divine feminine energies, you guys need to look where you've been putting yourself last. And, it doesn't even have to be a feminine energy. This could just be you're maturing and growing with the mature woman part. You've grown, and your growth has allowed you to see where in the recent past and all through your life, where you have left yourself out in the cold, dimmed your light, stop looking good, stop feeling good, smelling good, pampering yourself, nurturing yourself as a means to like giving your energy to other people or to surrendering into a relationship. Give me a mature male, please, Spirit. I mean the main male, Spirit. Thank you. For the main male, we get the Hermit. So like I said, you got to realize it's just you. It's only you. Nobody's coming in to save you. You don't need a ride or die. You're your own ride or die. You're your own ride or die, masculine energies. And you in general, whoever that resonates with. It's time for you to be able to stand alone. What the fuck? Do you want to go the next 20 years of your life looking for someone else to help you stand tall, to prop you up, to see your potential? No, you don't. Give me a Hermit, please, Spirit. Thank you. Strength card comes out. It's time for you to be strong on your own. So what if it's scary? So what if it's frustrating? It's frustrating for everybody. It's time to be on your own and be strong in your stance. Be firm in your walk. Be firm in your journey. Go within and tell yourself that shit you don't want nobody else to say to you. You know? A lot of people are looking for a source right now. Fuck a source. You the source. The source is within you. Keep looking for something external. You'll lose yourself. Ten of Swords in reverse comes out. So that's the end of that. It's the end of looking for someone else to help you carry your load. Looking for someone else to talk to about what you're going through. Sometimes ain't nobody to talk to but spirit and your own self. And that's where the magic happens. That's where the alchemy is. Stop being mad because nobody don't want to hear about your shit. Carry your own shit and watch how light that load gets. Watch. Just watch. Spirit gonna empower you and you ain't gonna need you ain't the Two of Pentacles tried in reverse tried to jump out. I'm gonna take it. Like I said, I'm gonna bring you up out of that energy. You're gonna realize you can carry your shit on your own. You ain't gonna feel like you gotta juggle finances and juggle it. Like it's gonna come naturally. You're gonna get your footing. But the first step is to just stepping out on your own. Justice at the bottom of the deck, balance being restored into your life. It really ain't got shit to do with nobody else. Look at the Justice card. Is this motherfucker sitting on the throne with two other people? No. They sitting there by themselves with a scale and a sword. So what's that mean? I'm thinking clearly, and these clear thoughts that I am receiving, I'm using that to create balance within my own life. Yes, it would be lovely to have someone accompany me on this journey and build me up when I fall down low key. But right now, I'm building my own strength. I'm making my own karma correct. That's what it's about. Solidarity right now. I'm on despair. Thank you, Spirit. I get the Six of Cups and the King of Swords in reverse for the despair card. So yeah, like I said, somebody is emotionally projecting onto you, and this person is a fucking narcissist and a sociopath. This person don't care about your emotions. This person is so fucked up from the shit they went through when they were a child or younger or whatever, or just immature, and now they bring that to every relationship they're in. Business, money, love, friendships, the person at the goddamn grocery store counter. This person projects onto everybody. Okay? Be mindful of being this person. And be mindful when you come across this person and you feel them projecting shit onto you that you have nothing to do with. You can't meet somebody and then 2 months into it you expect them to fix everything that has broke you in the past. That's unfair to yourself because you're not empowering yourself. And even more, it's unfair to people who want a genuine connection with you. Because now you carrying around this me attitude. And if you're not present for me when I say so, then emotions have to be involved in it. When you're not even thinking clearly with the King of Swords in reverse. This person, whoever it is, however, they're not thinking clearly. It's just like, yo, I'm not thinking clearly and I'm emotional. So what are you gonna get? Arguments, bullshit, delays, turmoil. Yeah. Got the fucking Three of Pentacles in reverse. So being like this, not even thinking logically, with the King of Swords in reverse, and projecting onto people, and having all this emotion and shit and baggage from the past, you bring that into every relationship, or they do, and then people don't want to work with you. People don't want to be around you. People don't want to fuck with you. They don't want to exchange energy with you because they feel like the Tower in reverse. It's always some shit with this person. They carrying shit that they can't even see. And sometimes people not carrying this shit and they don't even see it. They carrying it and it feels so familiar to them, and they feel so righteous in this anger and this pain, and they feel like whoever they come in encounter with, they have to give this to them. I have to give you this pain, is what they're saying. I have to give you this pain that I'm feeling to see if you're going to be loyal to me, to see if you should be in my life. And other people are being like, no, Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not going to do that for you. And then they wonder why people are distancing themselves or leaving their lives because they're not clearing up this past trauma or this heartache or whatever it is that's turning into envy and deceit if it's not healed. But nobody wants to be in this past bullshit with you, with them. Nobody wants to be in that energy. So of course, Three of Pentacles, people are gonna walk away and decide not to deal with you because you're stuck in this traumatic ass energy when it's already gone and it's time to heal it and it's time to let it go. One on the Thief card, please, Spirit. Thank you. I get the Devil. So yeah, this codependent, manipulative ass vibe that I'm picking up right now. Because the devil coming out in a reading doesn't always have to be in a negative connotation. What it's saying here, with clarifying the thief, is that this person is manipulative. They'll use any tactic to manipulate you to draw you into this despair with them. To take your thoughts away from yourself and to place them on them, their energy, their issues, their whatever. This is the scene. Be mindful of people creating bullshit in your life than acting like they're rushing in to save you from it, is what I'm hearing. Be mindful with the thief and the devil card of people just showing up to drain you of energy and then they disappear once they feel good and then you're left with the vibe that they came in with. Okay, so this is what I hear. Be mindful of someone hitting you up over the phone or via text message or whatever, and they are like, yo, I miss you, I want to link up, let's kick it, whatever. Then you say okay, and then you guys link up, and then when y'all get together, the whole vibe is way different than it was via phone or text. Now they're heavy, now they're sad. You play music, they not happy. You celebrating, they're quiet, stuck to their phone, stressing. Like this person only came in to steal your space and your energy and to project onto you what they're going through. They don't want to be sad alone. Somebody doesn't want to be sad alone. Somebody coming towards you doesn't want to be sad alone with the despair and the courtship card. That misery loves company vibe is what I'm hearing. So they want to come in to build, to be with you, but not to build. But if they want to build, they want to build on sadness. And you don't have a sad story to tell. So this is like why they're showing up as the thief and the devil. Because now they're gonna have to create something for you to be sad about. And you know what? They may not be able to physically be around you. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna psychic vamp you here with the thoughts card in reverse. They're gonna psychically think about you constantly. They're gonna watch everything that you do. They're gonna like fixate on you to the point where you're gonna start to pick up on their thoughts, pick up on their energy because you're gonna feel them. And it's gonna piss you off because you're gonna be like, yo, like stay out of my energy. Be mindful of anybody wanting to encroach on your energy, your personal energy. Yeah. Three of Swords. This person is experiencing a lot of loss right now. And so they think of you as the solution to this loss. But it's not. You'll never be the solution to their loss. Because it's the Three of Swords. It's multiple losses that they're dealing with. Because they don't know how to sit still. They don't know how to deal with themselves. So they have a lot of karmic debts everywhere with the devil and the thief card. Here. They have a lot of karmic debts with a lot because they don't know how to deal with their own shit by themselves. They have to like this is somebody that maybe like you have a friend and they're always so yeah, like this person easily comes to stay with you, and then they make you their problem too. So like this person, everywhere they go, they're just taking energy from people and playing the victim everywhere they go, everywhere they go. And you know, the elders used to say, be mindful of somebody that fuck with everybody. Because at some point, it has to be that person. It can't always be somebody else. So you're being called to look at patterns, thought patterns. Why are you angry? Why are you mad at somebody? Why? Why are you mad? Because somebody mad at somebody and it's unwarranted, I'm hearing. Why are you mad? What did this person take from you? How did they harm you physically? Like there's certain things, like the mature woman, that you're supposed to allow yourself to fixate on. But if it's some shit that's just like out of touch from you, it's time to tighten it up. All right, let's get one on. Let's get one on the despair, please, Spirit. High Priestess. Despair comes from they fucked up at them knowing that they had opportunities to choose. Because even though they were getting a lot of signs on which way to go, they kept choosing other shit. So this person is in despair because now their intuition is fucking with them, showing them things, reminding them of things, giving them memories. And what's not known is that this is all a part of the healing process. That's why the thoughts card is in reverse as well. Because this person does see that these thoughts are a part of the growth process. So they just want to like project them onto other people. You know, with the courtship card here. Let's get one on the courtship card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah. Three of Cups in reverse. So now this person doesn't have any sources. Now this person is on their own. This person has allowed their toxic vibe and their toxic thoughts and their toxic communication with other people to push a lot of people away from them. This person had a lot of heavy toxic emotions, and they just used that emotion to where they were self-righteous, but actually they were wrong. And they allowed that to push people away from them. Yeah. King of Cups in reverse comes out. This person is always on their own emotional roller coaster, so they project that onto everyone around them. 1 minute they're happy, 1 minute they're sad. And then if you're happy and they're sad, then oh no, you betrayed them. And if you're sad while they're happy, then what the fuck? Why are you tripping? Like this person can never just, this person doesn't know solidarity at all. Person drinks too much, lies, just plays games, emotional manipulation, like all the time. This person is so exhausting to be around because they're always trying to emotionally manipulate someone. They have a high intuition and they use it for the wrong things. Be mindful of being that person. Yeah. Be mindful of being that person, Seven of Swords. Be mindful of trying to mind fuck people all the time to get what you want. Be mindful of trying to play games with people and manipulate their thoughts and gas like all that shit. Be mindful of people who do that and be mindful of being that person because it's not gonna work anymore. You're gonna find yourself dangling from a thread trying to find a source. The outcome spirit. Page of Cups in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're letting go of anybody with childish ass communication, anybody that's just emotionally immature. You're letting them go. You're letting them go. And if this is you, you're letting those emotions go within yourself. Because if it's someone else, they're gonna start to realize it's getting them nowhere. They're losing. They're losing people, valuable connections around them by being so irrational and childlike with their emotions and their communication about their emotions. All right, let's finish with some energy cards and then we'll be done, y'all. I know I said this was gonna be quick. It's almost an hour in, so be mindful. Spirit says be mindful of people who try to hang onto you for their own personal growth. Be mindful of people who say they love you, but that false person energy is really what's going on. Because you might provide something that someone wants, but you might not give it as much as they want, and that's making them hate you. And hate is a strong word, and I feel that. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. So yeah, it's time to start honoring that alone time, the things you need for yourself. It's time to start honoring that quiet time, that I'm not doing shit for nobody time, that I'm not answering calls and messages today. I'm not cooking for people. I'm gonna take myself out. I'm gonna pamper myself. Like you guys gotta start stepping into this energy of self love to the extreme. The reason I say to the extreme is because you've been giving to the extreme. It's time to balance that out. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Yeah, getting out. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy that's there. So yeah, it's time for rest and rejuvenation is what this is telling me. Do what's best for you. Stop feeling like you always gotta be some goddamn to be appreciated. You always gotta be moving, always gotta be talking, always gotta be something. No. Slow down, chill out. The people that love you are gonna respect that you need some time to yourself. If they don't, they're not bottom line. Surrender to setting limits. It's healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Man, if this ain't driving it home, I don't know what is. Because y'all got a lot of people in your lives that feel like if you pause for a moment to try to feel better or to take care of your own life or to just not even want to be bothered, they gotta come up with some elaborate ass excuses. Oh, my cat died. My dog died. Oh, I'm stressed out. Like, no, sometimes you just want to be by yourself. You don't want to do shit. And that's fine. Express that to people if you want. And if you don't, you don't. The people that love you and know your character, know how you show up in their lives, are not going to be mad at you for pausing to be with yourself. Only dependent people are going to be angry with you for withdrawing your energy to be with yourself. It's not always about what you're doing for other people. It's about what are you doing for yourself. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like this message because y'all, a lot of people be talking mad shit on Instagram when I post some shit about people taking time for themselves. That just lets me know. That just lets me know that those are the type of people that gonna be angry with you if you ain't feeling good, if you got a cold, if you tired. Those are gonna be those people. Shit, like come on. Spirit is like, yo, enough is enough. You don't gotta be no fucking martyr to prove that you love people. Fuck around and you gonna snap. Your emotions are gonna spill over. Because I keep telling you that the people that you're giving to right now is never enough for these people. Ever. You could give to them Monday through Thursday. And by Saturday, they're already feeling like, well, what happened to Friday and what happened to today? Like these people are never gonna be satisfied. And be mindful of being that person. Allow people to express their love language to you. That's what this other card is saying. When it's expressing your needs. We all have different love languages. You got all tied up. So yeah, you're all tied up in other people's shit. Time to focus on your own. It says lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. This card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrists, body, and arms. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you. Excuse me. Stopping you from moving forward. Or it may be that some technical difficulties are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life, emotional angst, or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with. If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't live in your self imposed jail any longer. So, yeah, come up out of that shit. Whether it's external or internal, it's time to free it up. Like, it's definitely time to get it out of here. It's draining you, or you're being drained by people who are holding all this stuff, or you're being trapped in some type of mental prison where you think you have to be doing the most for people to love you and appreciate you and want to show up for you, whatever. This low key reminds me of the Eight of Swords. And even though the Eight of Swords didn't come out in your Rider Waite spell, I said spell, spread, um, I felt that energy. Oh Lord, we got so many projects going on. Spell came out. You got contract in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you guys are ending karmic ties with people. Like I said, you've paid your karmic debt to certain situations. You've grown from certain situations. So like, stop reliving that. And also, some of you guys are going to be leaving some stuff behind. But aren't we always leaving some stuff behind? The contract card reverse indicates the ending of a previous connection or where a future commitment is concerned. It could bring warnings of delay and perhaps even possible disappointment. The sale of a house could fall through. The job offer might not come when expected, or a romantic union may be stalled. Don't give up hope. However, this delay may provide some purpose or protection for you, and something even better could be on its way. Shit. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Something better could be on its way. This card reverse cautions you not to become desperate. Your needy, urgent energy could actually postpone the desired outcome even more. Continue taking action, even if it's in another direction, and your patient resolve will pay off. If the breakup of a relationship is involved, always remember that you deserve to be honored. Open your heart and your life to the person who is willing to be fully present and loving. That person is waiting to commit to you, to your own honoring self heart. Okay, let me read that again because I got lost in the sauce, y'all. I was like having visions and shit while I was reading this. Okay, let me contract in reverse. Let's do this again, y'all. The contract card reverse indicates the ending of a previous connection or where a future commitment is concerned. It could bring warnings of delay and perhaps even possible disappointment. The sale of a house could fall through. The job offer might not come when expected, or a romantic union may be stalled. Don't give up hope, however. This delay may provide some purpose of protection for you, and something even better could be on its way. This card reverse cautions you to not become desperate. Your needy, urgent energy could actually postpone the desired outcome even more. Continue taking action, even if it's in another direction, and your patient resolve will pay off. If breakup of a relationship is involved, always remember that you deserve to be honored. Open your heart and your life to the person who is willing to be fully present and loving. That person is waiting to commit to your own self honoring heart. Affirmation: I am attracting wonderful, beneficial connections that support and honor me and bring me great happiness and abundance. Wow. Woo! So stop being clingy and needy, yo. There's going to be a point where you're going to have to realize, like I said, with that main male and that mature woman, that you are your own source. Right now and going further, being overly clingy and needy to people who have not signed up for that is going to push them away from you and delay opportunities and delay you coming into union with people that you really want in your life. I don't care. I know everybody wants love. I know everybody wants somebody to get them and help them heal from past relationships that damaged them and hurt them. I get it. But that's not anybody's responsibility. At the same time, that could be your want and your desire, but it's nobody's responsibility. And that urgency and that desperate energy to jump into something quickly with people just to kind of escape what you're feeling internally is what's failing you over and over again. And you get these readings and you pay attention to the signs and you're like, what is it telling me? It's telling you it's time to let some shit go. Stop trying to force something to manifest that obviously the universe, your spirit, your ancestors, your guides, your angels are trying to keep you away from. Rejection is redirection to something like this card even said that could be better for you. So all these like little relationships that you're holding on to because it might seem blah blah blah, that shit is played out. All right, let's just go ahead and get some love messages before we leave Friday. All right. The first card you guys got was number 35. Speak the language of love. Okay. It says loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. A positive attitude works wonders in creating more love around us. Allow yourself to really express positive words. Use only wholesome own words when speaking to others or even about yourself. Be conscious of any language that you may use out of habit and be willing to release this to create more positive energy around you. Doing this will bring more love to you. And I said that earlier, like, what are you saying? What are you thinking? Like, reprogram that self talk. Reprogram the way you think of others. Do you only love them when they're doing what you want? That's not fucking love. Nobody's gonna be a slave to you. Like, and I spoke about that love language. Everybody has a different love language. If you're not willing to learn someone else's love language, then how willing are you? How no no? Then how committed to loving them are you? If you're not willing to learn how they want to be spoken to or loved or then how committed to loving them are you? And that's what I mean. Be mindful of people who just want you to like pour love and encouragement into them, and all they bring you is drama and stress and heaviness. Nobody's love language is enslavement. Last time I fucking checked, nobody's like, yo, I just want somebody that's gonna make me do whatever they want me to do at any given moment, and then punish me when I don't. That's love. It says, oh, what is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. There's a multitude of support for you. You only need to be willing to ask for the help you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride as they are not benefiting you and giving you what you desire. So that fear and that pride is what makes people want to be super controlling and clingy and overly needy because they fear that at any moment somebody can withdraw their love from them. So I better just like smother and attack and conceal and hide them and or they're gonna leave. Like no. And you know what? Honestly, some people's love language is that. And those people find people whose love language is that too. And maybe it works. But if you come across somebody and that's not their love language, don't get to tripping and being like, oh, this person don't love me or they not down for me or whatever, whatever. No, y'all just got different love languages and nah. So maybe you need to ask the universe to help you find if that's your love language, then maybe you should ask the universe to help you find somebody that wants to just like give up all freedom and control of their lives to you. But yo, some people don't like that shit, and that could really be what's pushing people away from you right now, or pushing you away from other people. However you want to fit it. All right, guys, that was your collective timeless tarot reading. I love you. Stay encouraged. Do that shadow work. That's the thing that's gonna pull you up high where you are and allow you to see the opposite side of the spectrum and give you that accountability that you need. Because I'm telling you, we're coming up on a totally different time right now. And people are just not putting up with shit anymore. A lot of people are coming into their power. And it's like, fuck you, pay me type vibe. So if you're one of those people that find it hard to stand on their own, if you don't want to do the healing and you don't want to do the work, then you need to link up with people that don't want to do the work either. Y'all just have a happy, non-productive vibe together, but don't come across someone that's doing the work and then you want them to go backwards for you. Because that's not what's about to happen. All right, guys. Thank you to my great moderators. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Shay. Son and Shay, though. I love you guys so much. Have a good evening. If you want to ask me questions or get a reading, you have to DM me and we'll set up something. I'll send you my pricing and whatnot. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and my email and all my handles are in the description box below. Happy Friday, y'all. Peace and balance.